Ah, we back. We back, man. Woo-wee. Royal Rumble last night. Yeah, that story. Main event. The end of that main event was intense. Intense. Oh man, let me go through the night. So we start off with the Royal Rumble. Appreciate y'all for coming in here, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We start off with the men's Royal Rumble. They open the night. How I felt about the Royal Rumble, I thought it was kind of mid. It got good at the end, definitely. Some key highlights that I fucking thought was really good was Bobby, Brock, obviously crazy pop for that, crazy pop. I think Sheamus and Drew, great, awesome. I love them. Gunther was the Iron Man of all Iron Mans. He actually made history by beating Rey Mysterio's time in the Royal Rumble. So big things coming for him next year. I would say he's probably the runner-up to beat Cody for those championships. Unless they split them up. I don't know if they're going to split up the championships, but this was great for Gunther. Man, he got big things coming. He's got big things coming. Another spot was the Logan Paul. When Logan Paul came out, that was awesome. I like Logan Paul in WWE. He's great. He's a great he's a great high flyer and everything like that. But Logan Paul and Ricochet, that was a fire spot. Fire spot. Logan Paul and Ricochet. Yeah. I remember seeing that spot before though, somewhere with Ricochet doing it again. But I don't remember when they did it, when he did it. He did it with someone else. In NXT, I think. But, I'm not going to focus on that. And then Cody Rhodes, that match between Cody and Gunther at the end, fire! Man, Gunther was about to take this man's peck right back off. He's about to take this man's peck right back off his chest with them chops, man. But also Gunther and Brock, they did a little stare down, a little face to face, which was pretty cool. Like, shoot, I would do Bobby and honestly, I'd do Bobby and Brock at Elimination Chamber and just nix it and just give Gunther and Brock WrestleMania. Shoot, I'd do that, man. You know what I mean? No problem with that. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be fire, actually. All right, but the men's Royal Rumble was it was all right. It was pretty good. It was kind of mid, actually. it was mid, but the ending I thought with Gunther and Cody was fire. I thought the spots I said was really fire. But other than that, it was kind of mid. There was no it was no real pop in there, but they also didn't like incorporate nothing new or like try to put anybody new in there and like try to have like a like bring some make some debuts or something like that. Like we're almost good for like debuts and different stuff like that, and they didn't do any of that this year. Last year was way worse, but like this year was mid. I feel like after a good Royal Rumble, it takes a little time for the Royal Rumble to get back into like being good again. So, but let's move on. We're gonna actually talk about the women's Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley won. Oh yeah, Cody Rhodes won in the last in the men's, obviously, and then Rhea Ripley won this one. It was okay. The women's Royal Rumble was all right too. It wasn't. I don't remember last year's like that, but you had different things. You didn't have too many legends come in. You had some, but I don't even remember those women's legends like that. Some of the women's legends, like I remember Michelle McCool and like and, some of the other ones, Beth Phoenix, and but it was some that I was like, who's she? She all Hall of Fame? What? But That was good. Asuka came back looking fire. She doing her New Japan Pro gimmick, so that was cool. You had Liv and Rhea lasted the whole match. Fire! Oh my god! I think that was a great move on them. The last three for the women's was Asuka, Rhea, and Liv, which was great. They did a great. They had great spots on the apron, um, but Rhea ended up taking it. She ended up knocking off Liv with like a little hurricanrana type joint, and bro, yeah, I think Rhea obviously was the right choice. Liv, I don't think Liv's gonna win a Royal Rumble ever, but never know what happens in the future. I like Liv, but I don't think. Obviously, I didn't. I knew she wasn't gonna win, but they did a good job. They did a good job with the women's Royal Rumble. I kind of like the women's. I don't actually know. I like the men's a little bit more, just a tiny bit better. It wasn't that much better. They're both pretty mid, except for the winners and the ending sequences and the ending like little matches they was having. Like I thought that was good. You had Nia Jax come back for the women's as well. That was kind of cool. I think Nia Jax is you need a Nia Jax in wrestling business, just like you need an Almas. You need a Nia Jax, you need an Almas. You need those type of characters to kind of be like the super villains, the super monsters that's hard to overcome and hard to defeat. But I thought the women's Royal Rumble was mid, just like the men's. But I like the winners. The winners are great, fire. Let's move on. Pitch black match. L.A. Knight, yeah. And you had Bray Wyatt, and I thought it was. They had the neon stuff going. They had it was alright. Uncle Hattie came out, did like some weird splash. It was fire. It was shenanigans. It was shenanigans. I thought it was okay, I don't think they should have did the pitch black match the first freaking, but it was advertised, and Mountain Dew wanted to do something to push Mountain Dew, so I wouldn't have put Bray in this type of match. Well, it makes sense for him to be in this type of match, but it's just like I wouldn't have had him do a pitch black match the first match. Like, come on, you hampering him with these stupid extra gimmicks that, even though his gimmick is already wild, you're adding on ridiculous gimmicks. And it's his first match back. He could have just had a regular match. And I feel like LA Knight wasn't the guy for this. Like, I like LA Knight, and I think LA Knight is very grounded. That's why he wasn't the guy for this. He's too grounded. Well, not too grounded, because he has a cartoon like persona a little bit. He has a little bit of that. The catchphrases and all that. That's a little cartoonish. But I think you could have put him with somebody else. I don't know who, but because I like LA Knight a lot, and where do you go from there? He just went to the pits of hell or some shit. Like, how do you explain that after that? That's the only issue. Like, how do you explain the fire and that's the only problem. Same thing with, like, you had this issue with the Undertaker, even though the Undertaker's like legendary and cool. But you had kind of that same thing, but you understood the Undertaker because the Undertaker was more grounded than anything else. I mean, he was more grounded than Supernatural. You know what I mean? I think some of the Supernatural things, like him throwing Edge in the fire and putting people on crosses and shit, like that was the ridiculous stuff that obviously no one needed. But we're gonna move on. We're moving on. So Bianca, Alexa, same thing with them. Quick match though. Bianca won. Uncle Howdy came out at the end. I don't really care, honestly. and now Alexa is about to be, I guess, rebranded. So, whatever. Let's move on. Main event. Let's go. Oh yeah, Bianca retains also. But let's move on. Main event. So you have this main event, fire main event, with Roman Reigns, the one, and then you have Kevin Owens. You know, and you know they had a pretty good match, but at the end, after the match, is where we get into the good stuff, the spicy stuff. So after the match, they decide that, you know, it's a coronation for Sami Zayn. You know, he came in, he helped, he did it, he made it known that he is for the Bloodline. And then, you know, you get the after match beatdown. They beat the hell out of Kevin Owens. Beat the hell out of him. Put handcuffs on this man, beating the brakes off of Kevin Owens, literally destroying this guy. And then you have Sami Zayn interfere a little bit. Roman tells him to get a chair, and then you know he's gonna bash him. He was gonna bash Kevin Owens over the head with the chair. After the Usos super kicked him a million times, beat the hell out of him, he was going to bash him over the head. So Sami eventually intervenes and says, "No, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. You know, he gets it. It's over." And Roman's like, you know what? I don't need to do this. You do." Tries to hand him the chair, and Sami's like, no, I can't. I don't want to. Then he's like, no, you have to. What are you doing? He started mugging him like, you got to. This is my life. This is our family. This is our life. He's been messing with our family. You gotta do this. And then Sami turns, boom, hit Roman over the back with the chair. Hits Roman over the back with the chair, man. And I was like, Sami, no! Sami, no! Why, Sami? Why? Why? Why, Sami? But yeah, man, that was good. That was a roller coaster. And then you had Jay. Jay was like, "What are you doing? What you was my brother, man. You was my brother. What are you doing? What are you doing?" Yeah, Jay and Jimmy super kicked him. Boom, super kick Sami. And then they start beating up Sami. And then Jay, you see Jay in the corner like, oh man. He rolls out and just walks out on the Bloodline. He walks out. Jay walks out. Jay walks out. And I understand, like, he's hurt, man. He's hurt. He stuck up for Sami, man. He stuck up for Sami. He stuck up for Sami. After everything. He said he hated Sami. He hated him. He stuck up for him. And Sami does this? I understand, Jay. I understand, man. I understand, bro. I understand. And then Roman's like, you destroyed my family. Start beating Sami with the chair. Boom, boom, boom. You destroyed my family. Boom, boom, boom. Man, that was good stuff. That was just so good, man. So good. And then he took his, like, the little halula thing off. Start dropping flowers on him. This was some mafia movie shit, and it was so good. It was so good, man. It was so good. It was so good. I don't think I ever seen nothing like that in wrestling. I don't think I've ever seen a story like this in wrestling. I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to tell me, give me a story. But this, maybe like Hogan and Randy Savage back then when it was tag teaming. But man, wow, what a story, man. What a story. What a story, man. This is great. This was great. I loved every minute. I loved every second of this. It was just so good. It was so good. It was so good, man. But man, that's the end. That's about it for that. Where they're gonna go, we don't know just yet. We probably won't find out until Friday on SmackDown. So get ready for that. But other than that, excuse me, sorry. Other than that, it was a good show. Great show. That main event was great. Man. I can't wait. I wonder what's next. And now Cody Rhodes about to be put in the mix. It's about to get even better. So, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. You know, we gonna be back soon. The World was good. It was good. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out.